Sprinting to the future of law. Who am I, human or machine? Synchronizing with cyborgs. Part 4. Legal issues. In the previous part of this issue, we looked at several applications of cyborg technology in different industries. Now let's look at various considerations from legal, tax, regulatory, and intellectual property perspective. First of all, cyborgs involve augmentation of human body. So they are likely to be classified as medical devices under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act of India and will be subject to clinical trials prior to their public use. As we discussed in part 2, India offers a large size of and wide variation in the available pool of patients for conducting clinical trials. So India is ideally suited for developing cyborg technologies. Another important aspect is liability. Just like any other technology, cyborgs are likely to malfunction. Liabilities and compensation in the cases of accidents involving cyborgs will fall in the gray area and will require special legal treatment. Stakeholders for potential liabilities would include healthcare providers, technology manufacturer, owner of the cyborg, or all of them. So their roles and responsibilities would have to be documented in risk disclosure as well as future law. Another aspect to consider is medical malpractice of using cyborg technology when it is not needed. Data privacy is also an important consideration because cyborgs collect and process vast amount of personal data, including health data. Although it is expected that this data will be used by cyborg and for the functioning of the cyborg. However, this data can be used for data mining and data exploitation by the people who would have access to this data. So consent would be needed, as well as consent requirement should have clearly scoped who will be processing the data and who will be sharing and who will have the ownership of the data. In India, Digital Personal Data Protection Act of 2023, DPDPA, will regulate operations performed on digital personal data. Another privacy concerns with cyborg is the possibility of mass surveillance by cyborgs themselves. Like many other information technologies, cyborgs face cybersecurity risk and vulnerable to cyber attacks. So, the laws related to cybersecurity and data breaches will have to be adapted for cyborgs. It may not occur to us intuitively that cyborgs also involve tax consideration. As of now, there is no law in India that recognizes artificial intelligence entities as person. So it is not clear how the income derived by cyborgs will be taxed. Another tax issue is permanent establishment, or PE for short. Generally, a PE is constituted in India when a non-resident conducts business in India either at a fixed place of business or through employees or dependent agents. The situation gets complicated when a non-resident provides services in India using cyborgs in India. Questions may arise whether it would constitute a PE for the non-resident or not. When we consider intellectual property issues with cyborg, they can be even more complicated. First, IP rights of technology creator and the individual who has cyborg enhancement would have to be balanced. When cyborg produces a piece of work, such as music, literature, drama, film, or art, who would get the patent or other intellectual property rights? If cyborgs are considered machines, they will not be recognized as author under Indian Copyright Act of 1957. So there are many complicated legal issues with cyborg technology. Now, in the next part of this issue, we will look at ethical issues with cyborg.